Let's see. I think we are live. Let me know in the chat. Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome back to the live streams. Let me put on some music. Let's see. I think we're live. Not 100% sure. Yes, we're live. Andra, thank you very much, bro. Hello, hope you have a great trading session. Thank you, my friend. Let's hope so. Aloha, welcome back, my friend. Andre, welcome back to the live streams. Put on some music. Nice. We live and good morning. Buenos dias. Good morning, my friend Beef. Hope you're doing alright. Ashmac, good morning. Good morning, everyone. You guys are legends. I truly appreciate every single one of you for tuning in already to the live streams. Hope you guys are doing alright. I hear this is the stream with the singing traders. Am I in the right place? Yes, sir. Welcome back to the live stream. Hope you're doing alright. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, this is the place where you can sing your heart out. Nice. Alright, let's have a look here, guys. What do you guys think about the new thumbnail that I created? What do you guys think of it? Think it's nice? Let me know. Jazz Vibe, good morning, King. Good morning, 1246. Hope you're doing alright, my friend. Yeah, we have some jazz playing, some chill jazz. Yeah, the new thumbnail looks pretty nice, right? I've been playing around with AI yesterday, a lot actually, to be honest. I also created a new profile picture. Just gonna see whether or not it does something here, you know. I've been trying to create a thumbnail, right? But creating a thumbnail is so much work, guys. Like, genuinely speaking, with AI at least, I have no idea what I need to do differently. But yeah, it looks nice, you know, a little bit change in scenery here. Love the jazz in the background. Yes, enjoying it. All right, we open up 6 o'clock. Let's have a look what's going to happen today. So let's do our analysis together here, guys. When it comes to the Nasdaq, I have a couple of scenarios in my head. First of them would be short, right? Looking for the continuation play lower. This also depends on what the VIX is going to do. So if we look at the VIX actually bought itself back up all the way after retesting it down. So if you look on the higher time frame, you can see that we went to the downside, potentially creating the bottom wick now for the week. And continuing it all the way up. It's a bit of a tricky one. We do not have a bottom wick on the current day candle, which I do not really prefer. It is what it is, though. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, right now it's a bit of a tricky one. You know, you would say that you would look for longs on the Nasdaq, but there's a big chance we're going to look for the shorts here, depending on whether or not the VIX wants to keep buying itself higher. And this could then be the top of the week, and the trend is just going to continue to the downside. And we're going to rate to previous week low, just below us right here. Oh, let me put a marker here. Back to the downside, back to the previous week low would then be the case that this is going to be the draw for the rest of the week, right? But this is going to be a really important level. So let's say they rate down on 6 and actually start delivering higher. I would prefer longs, depending on whether or not the VIX is going to sell off here and mitigate some of this candle to the downside. But it's going to be a tricky one. We're going to see what happens here, guys. And when it comes to gold, yeah, gold is gold. You know, gold's just doing gold things. So at the moment, when I'm looking at gold, I would prefer looking for shorts, right, personally. But it also depends on what the dollar is going to do. If the dollar actually wants to break out higher here, I would look for shorts. We can see how we've been respecting bullish sentiment to the upside right now. So we can see that we had the opening gap of the week right here. That's the opening gap of the week. We see that we traded below it. We actually made it efficient again. And now we're trading higher, coming back down, trading higher again. Now, if you look at the daily sentiment, it actually went back into what previous day range, right? So it went back into previous day range. You could say it went back into the 50% and actually living higher from now. So if the dollar wants to continue bullish, guys, I would prefer shorts on gold instead of longs. But it also depends on whether or not the oil is going to keep rising. But at the moment, it does seem like it wants to continue rising higher. All right, so that's the current sentiment for me. Whether or not we're going to look for shorts or for longs here on the Nasdaq is the big question. Right now it seems like it's going back up to actually continue lower, right? That's what it currently looks like, but we'll see whether or not this is the case. We're gonna see what happens. I'm late today. Good morning, John. Hope you're doing all right. Aquino, I'm doing fine, my friend. Hope you're doing good as well. Max, welcome back. Parabolus, welcome, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. Maxi, hi, folks. Yes, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Thomas, whatever you will do to it's gonna be great for all of us. I think you have the vibes. That's most important for me, at least. Hey, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. You're a legend. Hey, John. Nice that you guys say hello to him. That's lovely, guys. Isn't that amazing? You have people all over the world. I was just creating a friendship here in the YouTube chat. You just say hello to someone you don't really know. You know how crazy that is? That's amazing. I love it. I think it's amazing. All right, let's have a look here, though. What's going to happen here at 6? Whether or not this wants to actually push higher, or this is just the top wick for the continuation to the downside. That's the big question here, guys, right? When it comes to gold, it's the same scenario. I would prefer shorts on gold personally. Yeah, let's see what happens. We also have to look at the dollar here. Potentially, we have something already playing here for us soon. The way on how the dollar is actually pushing like a maniac right now. Look at that stuff. It's actually breaking out pretty drastically. Let's see if this wants to continue. That would be the main question here, right? It looks like it, though. So do we seek a short potential here on gold already is the question. That's a good question here, guys. Let's say we close the next 5 minutes below 6. I would look for a potential short here on gold. Looking at the formation here on the hour, it does seem like it wants to continue. You have a swing high being formed now on the hourly time frame. Not good for me. I'm crying. What's up, John? What's happening, bro? Hope you're doing all right. Let me know. Let me know what's up. All right, let's have a look here. We got 33 people watching already. Hope you guys are doing all right. We just went over the analysis. When it comes to gold, I'm looking for shorts on gold in relationship to the dollar. And when it comes to the Nasdaq, I'm in a bit of a predicament. It really depends on whether or not the VIX wants to continue this massive bullish move to the upside, or it wants to actually re-gather some of the price action down. That's for me the main concern right now. If it wants to continue, then I would assume that we're going to continue lower here on the Nasdaq. And we would just have to look for shorts. So we're going to see and wait what happens here, guys. We're going to see and wait what happens. Do you think the 4-hour would fill in the whole gap of the last candle? Something I'm trying to understand if the market does this. What do you mean precisely, call sign? Or what are we looking at? You mean this gap above us? If it would fill it in completely? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, in the most ideal world, you would actually come back above 2 o'clock and then look for the sells on the Nasdaq. That would be the most ideal here. Let's see if that once actually occurred, yes or no. And when it comes to gold, I'm gonna put an alert down for gold on both ends right now. If they first want to break above, back into this fair value gap above us, this could also be a potential sell level. We'll see what happens here. Fair value gaps confuse me. Sometimes they get filled, sometimes they get left behind. Yeah, that's a good question. So you have a couple of ways to identify fair value gaps to being more favorable, I guess you could say. It really depends on what the fair value gap does. So in this instance, you can see that the fair value gap broke structure to the downside, meaning that there was a lot of volume left behind in this gap, meaning that they could rebalance it, right? So if the gap is just a random gap it might not mean a lot, but you could also say that this is a fair value gap that broke structure higher. Fair value gaps are a bit tricky, bro. You know, like you need to wait for a good reaction out of the gap. Sometimes you miss out on the trade. But that might be the best thing to do, is just wait and see what happens. And overall price action is king, bro, right? So if price action is telling you it's a short, for example, you shouldn't try to just randomly buy into a fair value gap. But let's say the market is bullish, so let's say we're trending upwards, all right, on the higher time frame, whatever, like this, and you have a gap that's, for example, a gap was laid right in here on the 4 hour, the new daily opens up and it trades into it. You already know that the daily trend is bullish, so you could look for a continuation play for the hourly or for the daily creation from the inefficient price action. Right now, I'm assuming that the day is going to be bearish, looking at the trend, right? So if I look at the daily, I'm assuming that this wants to continue lower. You see what I mean? We just rated back above this gap and we actually filled it in. So if you look at the closure, we filled in the gap, right, to the upside. We filled the gap in. And now I see that we have displacement lower. We have 6 o'clock opening up. I'm assuming that we want to go down lower. So if they want to grade back into this fair value gap, this could be the top wick of the 6 o'clock candle, right? And I could get involved somewhere in here, put the stop above, and look for the continuation play lower. You see what I mean? So, and that's purely because I understand what the daily creation is telling me. It doesn't mean that I'm right, though, right? It doesn't mean that I'm right at all. I could say whatever, and the market could do something completely different. That's the market. You know. We've got 51 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. If you enjoy the live streams, make sure to smash up the likes. It would be highly appreciated. And let's see if we can get a trade today. We had a break-even trade yesterday. I ended up taking the 9 o'clock long. I only made like $70, so it wasn't that significant whatsoever. But the market yesterday was a bit tricky for sure. When we look at yesterday, at least for me, I found it a bit wiki, right? So it didn't really work out for me. But I managed to get involved on the 9 o'clock continuation play. So you have 9 o'clock continuation play right here. So I had the 9 o'clock from the 5-minute fair value gap continuation play higher just before the open. Better 70 than being a loss. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Completely right. I made a big mistake I made the biggest mistake in my life. I traded minis instead of micros, so 6 contracts. You guys can't believe how much I lost. Yeah, that's really tough, my friend. John, I had that issue a couple of times, that I accidentally traded minis instead of micros. So I know precisely how you feel. But yeah, that's really tough, bro. Did you close it instantly or did you hold on? Yesterday was Chop City. Yeah, it was a bit of a tough one to trade for sure. You had to trade the higher time frame and be really patient with your execution. Let me know where you guys are from. If you've never been here before, let me know in the chat where you're from. I'm from Amsterdam. I've been trading for over 6 years now. For the guys that don't know, I've been losing hair. You can see it here. Trading. Guys, crazy. But yeah, trading is going all right. Trading is going good. And we're back on the live streams. Morten, hope you're doing all right. All the way from Cambodia. Nice. Nice. Welcome from the UK. All right, amazing. Welcome to the live stream. Good trades today. Yeah, let's hope so, Morten. Let's hope we get some juice out of today's market, bro. Let's hope we get some juice out of today's market. In the most ideal world, we actually first would go back above 2 o'clock. But we're gonna see what happens here. Based on the closure here, we're gonna see whether or not this could be already to play down. But in the most ideal world, we would wait for it to go back into 2. Let's see how they close this though. Could this be that this is gonna be the short-term bottom wick for the rise back above, back to 2, and then you have the actual reversal play here. Down 3.6k and my account is paused for today. Yeah, that's tough, bro. That's really tough. It's part of the game, though. It's part of the game. You can make it back, John. I'm 100% sure of it, bro. If you did it once, you can do it again. If you did it once, you can do it again. East London, South Africa, checking in. Yes. Hope you're doing good, Raymond. Welcome back to the live stream. All right, let's have a look here. I was in Tunisia. Oh, you went on vacation? Nice. That's amazing. All right, let's have a look what's gonna happen here from the fair value gap for the 1 minute. If we're gonna break above it, yes or no. I'm a bit skeptic with trying to short it right now at this current location. But we're gonna see what happens though. It really depends on how this closes, to be honest. In the most ideal world, you would wait for it to come back to 2 o'clock, to be honest. Would I be willing to take the risk? Yeah, okay. The closure's all right for me. A trade back into 6 o'clock would be the short for me personally. Whether or not this is going to play out is the big question. We also have 2 o'clock still resting above. If they take us out, I would still be willing to take another short setup from up higher. I'm just looking at the structure. We rate liquidity. And yeah, the overall structure is good. We're respecting the order block right here. So there are some multiple reasons to get involved here. So I'm gonna take the bet here, guys. And we're gonna try and see whether or not this wants to play to the downside. A break through the previous 5-minute low for me would be the break-even point, personally. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens here. There is still a chance here that they want to go to 2 o'clock, guys, so be aware of that. Don't use all your bullets at once, you know. Alright, we're breaking. It's a bit of a tough one. I need to go to break even already soon, following this thread. Yeah, alright. Let's hope we're surviving this, and this is the top wick of the 5. We're on break even on this position, guys. We broke the previous 5 structure low, and now we're expecting price to pull through. Let's see whether or not this is gonna play out for us. What an entry. Yeah, it would be a nice entry if they want to continue. But let's say they flip this 5-minute bullish again. There's a big chance they want to go back to 2 o'clock, right? So let's see if this wants to continue playing lower. We'll see what happens here. At least we're pushing higher on the VIX. So I'm assuming that if we break through 6 o'clock here, we're gonna get a good push to the downside here on the Nasdaq. I'm looking at the VIX on the other screen, by the way, so you guys understand. But it's looking all right. We put in the bottom wick in the fair value gap and we broke higher. So I'm anticipating price to continue, but we'll see. It might not do it. Just put in the bottom wick in this order block on the 5. For it to really confirm the overall selling pressure, would have to break this low. We'll see whether or not this is the case. We need some breakout pressure here for the VIX. Like I said, if this doesn't occur, there's a big chance we're gonna go back to 2 o'clock first, and it wouldn't be bad at all. Then we have a better entry for the shorts here. I think this is gonna get taken on break even. Yeah. All right, I got taken on break even. I'm just gonna wait now. I'm anticipating price to go back to 2 o'clock first now, to be honest. I'm long since 940. 940? 940 you mean? What do you mean? 940? Oh, well, the entry was dope though. Yeah, sure. Yeah, 100%. It was a nice entry. But we needed price to continue for it to be valid, you know, so I'm alright with this stopping us out break even. I think there's a big chance they're gonna come back to 2 o'clock above us now. Personally. Alright, let's have a look here on the VIX. Yeah, you can also see that the VIX never broke through 6. So this potentially wants to come back towards midnight open and 2 o'clock below us. Right here. Which wouldn't be a problem. Only gives us a better entry for the shorts. Just entry timing. There was a 2-minute FVG inversion after the 1 hour. Oh, you mean 9:40? But you mean 9:40 p.m.? I'm a bit confused on where you entered the long, bro. I'm a bit. You said 9:40, but what do you mean 9:40? All right, you see that? So we're breaking higher. I'm assuming we're coming back to 2 o'clock. Good management here, guys. By the way. For everyone who took the trade, and good management. Let's see what happens once they tap into 2 o'clock. You see that? Well, the market is such a beautiful art sometimes. It's actually crazy. It's your 3 AM. It's on the UTC. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. So you entered 9:40. Oh, you entered right here. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I have all my time set in UTC +4 or whatever. Yeah, -4 right now. 73 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. Welcome to the live stream. If you just tuned in, we're looking for potential shorts here on MNQ. We had one trade to the downside here and we got stopped out on break even. And then we said it most likely wants to come back to 2 o'clock. We have an inefficiency above. So that's what's currently happening. Did not get involved in a long up though. Could have been a potential play here, trying to long it back up. We didn't. It's alright. That's alright. Looking for the shorts though. And when it comes to gold, I'm also looking for shorts on gold. I'm just waiting for price to either break below 6 or take out 22 highs or go at least into 22 and then look for whatever happens afterwards. Maybe a fair value gap above would be the sells for us. I want to take the long, but yeah, it is what it is though. It is what it is. It would have been a nice long back to 2 o'clock. It would have been a nice long. Could have been like this, right, on the 1 minute. Yeah, the breaker block formation as well. Just I wasn't aware of it at the time. Let's see what the VIX does here. The VIX actually selling back towards midnight. And there's a big question. Are they going to break through all the way and go all the way down lower? Then there's a big chance we're just going to continue pumping here. And we're going to fill in the full gap instead of rejecting it. Beautiful art. I totally agree. Yeah, nice. Easy long. Well played, Jason. Hope you're doing all right. DPT, smash the like. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate it. Want to take the long. Oh, I already read that. Long from 114 and take 30 points profit. Nice. Congrats, bro. Congratulations. How is your bias bearish? No, my bias is mixed. So I understand that we're currently trading below the current daily open, right? And you could say that this is a really easy continuation play for the daily to the upside, right? Like, I'm fully aware of that, but I'm looking at the VIX at the same time, right? So I use the VIX to counter correlate whether or not this is going to be bullish or bearish for me. Because of the bullish structure that's happening on the VIX, if this wants to continue higher, there is a chance we're going to sell off lower on MNQ. And if you look at the higher time frame, so if you look at the, instead of the daily, you look at the weekly, you can see that we're trading in the top of the week now, right? And we're trading on Wednesday now. So there is a big chance that this is the top of the week, right? From the daily fair value gap. Whether or not this is the case, I don't know yet. I have to see on how we're responding here. So for the weekly profile, you could say that currently we're creating the top of the week for the continuation lower, right? And we're gonna rate previous week lows. Yeah, sure. If it's the monthly profile, you could say that this is the monthly low and we go higher. You know, it's a bit of a mixed scenario. But yeah. All right, let's see what the gold is going to do here. We're breaking out on gold. Is this going to be the breakout for the sell? Is the big question, or is this the breakout for the continuation play higher? We do not have a bottom wick on 6, or at least not a clear one. I think it's a really small one. Yeah. We're gonna see what happens. Bounce from the 200 EMA twice. Which asset are you talking about? Shall we take the long now? What are you talking about? You're talking about MNQ, gold? What are you talking about? I wouldn't long it here personally. Oil got cooked. Oil's selling off drastically. That's interesting. Oil's selling off pretty hard, yeah. We also tap back into an open from a previous week. Look at that. Nice selling pressure, that's for sure. Is this going to be the V-shaped recovery all the way back up to the highs? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Oh. Indices reaction to the sell-off on CL has been minimal. Yeah, I know, but I use it for gold. I use it for gold troops. So because of the geopolitical situation, they're exchanging a lot of gold for oil, or a lot of oil for gold, right? And the scarcity of oil, if that rises, gold decreases a lot. It's pretty visible in the correlation. I like the playlist. I'm falling asleep here, guys. Listening to the music, enjoying the charts, chilling. Got 82 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. If you enjoy the live streams, make sure to smash up the likes. That would be highly appreciated. Short, long. Well, depends. Depends on what you're talking about. Sanda, good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing all right. Hope all is well. You know what I say, bro? Any day above ground is a good day. What headset do you use? I have the Logitech something Bluetooth something. I have no idea actually, to be honest. Let me see. I'm gonna try and find it for you, bro. Let's see. It's not that crazy of a headset, bro. It's pretty just a general good one. It's a G something. I think it's this one. Let's see. Yeah, it's the G435. It's 50 euros. It's an amazing headset. Did anyone notice that gold and DXY is going in the same direction, or is it just me? Yeah, it is to a degree. It's going in the same direction for sure. Yeah, it's not always 100% correlated, John. NQ overall expected up. Yeah, so for me it's a bit of a mixed scenario right now. I missed the longs, right? I could have taken them at least back to 2 o'clock. Right here from the breaker. Wasn't the most ideal one. You didn't have a bottom wick on the 5. I tried to short it. We went instantly into profit. Stops the break even after the break. Assuming that if they... of course, the only way to validate the actual sales completely was breaking this low. So we were pretty aggressive with our management. With the understanding that you had inefficient price action above, right? So we made the right call here. I have the exact one, but also no idea the exact one. That's a nice headset, bro. It does what it needs to do, you know. I have gold from 4060. My TP is 4311 for the medium term. What is your thoughts? Medium term. Well, yeah, personally, I'm looking for shorts, right? So I'm contradicting your bias. Doesn't mean you're wrong, though. It means you could also be right, and I'm completely wrong. You want to come back to the USD Open or what? Right now I'm looking for shorts on gold. I'm waiting to see what happens from the fair value gap above us on the 5 minute, the extreme. The reasoning for it is because right now we're trading above the 6 o'clock open. We don't have a clear bottom wick, right? We're trading above it. We had a previous 6 hour that closed heavily bearish, so I'm anticipating this one to at least rate back to the previous 6 hour low. And if I get involved around here and I can put my stop around here, I can still make a pretty decent RR return, right? So that would be the idea for me personally. What happens afterwards, I have no idea, right? If they create a bottom wick and they rate liquidity, it could also flip all the entire other way. Main reason for me is the bullishness in the DXY, so the dollar is actually breaking higher. And if this wants to continue, that contradicts the longs on gold. And it's the same here. If we do want to go higher on oil, that would also contradict against the longs on gold, right? So that's the main reason I'm looking for the shorts. And yeah, we'll see whether or not that is the actual play here. That's the idea. Thomas, hello. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, Stretch. Hope you're doing good as well, my friend. If you're open to suggestion, I'm always open for any suggestion, my friend. Get some sponsors like Lucid or Tradeify, etc. I'll see if they will let you do giveaways. Yeah, that's a good idea, bro. You guys been asking me in DMs, not yesterday, but a lot of days ago. A lot of you guys sent me a message in DMs asking if I had a code because you want to sponsor the channel. You know, you want to help out the channel by using my affiliate code. But I'm not affiliated with any platform whatsoever. Maybe in the future, you know, but right now I'm not. But yeah, maybe it's a good idea to have like maybe I can do that, but I don't know if I can reach out to Lucid, bro. I don't think Lucid allows people to reach out to them anymore. So they would have to reach out to me. CL about to get back to the VO up at 86.86. Yeah, it looks like a good pullback for buys on CL. I just don't trade oil personally. I've never traded it before, and I'm just using it to use it for gold. Thanks for your explanation. Yeah, no problem. Lucid will give you 100% a code. Yeah, maybe you guys need to reach out to Lucid for me. Say, yo, this guy has been streaming on YouTube. We're having a great time. If I reach out myself, I probably don't think they would do it. I'm not gonna lie. Google and Tesla earnings tonight is going to have an effect on the market today. Yeah, for sure. For sure, 100%. It might mean that we have a little bit of a consolidation market, especially during New York. Lucid is restricted in Slovenia. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, my friend. So yeah, you could say that this is the breaker for 6 for the continuation play higher. My overall target would be 2 o'clock, so there's no way I could enter this. Back to 2 like this. It's negative. So we have to wait and see. IBM as well, which had that massive drop last week. Yeah, let's see what happens, bro. Earnings could be interesting. I'm not going to be trading around that time anyways. We could definitely have some impact on the market. Yes, for Lithuania too. Yeah, but let me know what guys you like, what prop firms you guys like to trade with. And maybe I can reach out to some of them, see if we can do some giveaways and stuff. You never know. I can always ask them. Yeah, maybe they want to support the channel. We are growing pretty rapidly together, right? So, I mean, to a degree, it should be doable. If you enjoy the live streams, by the way, make sure to smash up the likes. That would be highly appreciated. All right, we're selling off pretty drastically here. We do not have a bottom wick on this 5 though. So it could be that they're gonna put a bottom wick on and they're gonna continue higher. Let's see if that's the play. Did anyone trade with Traders Launch? No, I never traded with them before. Tradeify, yeah, I know Tradeify has been good as well. I heard a lot of good things about Tradeify. I've never traded with them before. So maybe that would be a good idea. Trade with them. And Jay has 40% off on TPT and is also restricted in Slovenia. Yeah, that's tough, man. I don't know why that is, to be honest. I have no idea. Alright, we're selling off on gold. Let's have a look here. Maybe if we close this current 15-minute below 6 o'clock, it would be a potential short scenario play happening here. Earlier than that, I wouldn't be able to get involved, structurally speaking. So we have to see what happens here. If I want to get involved from here, it's a bit of a tough spot with the risk to reward ratio, as I was anticipating to trade it back to here. So I would like to see them actually break a bit higher. That would be more ideal for me. Trade them above and then trade lower. Funded Futures Family. No, I've never traded with them before. Gold is rejecting 22. Oh, Max, nice, man. I like that you have it on the chart. That's sick. Yeah, it's been rejecting it for sure. We did the third time we didn't really touch it though. But that's lovely, Max, that you got it on your chart. I love that. Pipson live. Hope you're doing good, bro. Hey, Tommy. Hello, my friend. Hope you're doing all right. We're gonna miss it like yesterday with the anticipation. Yeah, I don't think so, bro. I don't think we will miss it today. If they come back up higher, I would wait on the lower time frame to see the confirmation for the shorts, and I just accept the stop loss. Because now we're trading above 6 o'clock open, right? So let's say we now trade back into what was different from yesterday. I'm going to explain to you. But now if we trade up, we're in the top of the current trading candle, right? So we're trading in top of the current trading range that we're trying to trade. So the current candle is being created. And if they come back up, we're trading in top of the 6 o'clock candle. If we then look for a stop loss above that high, it would be an extreme, right? Meaning as in it's the top of the candle that we're trading. You see what I mean? Yesterday, we had the sell-off to the downside. Then 8 o'clock opened up, and 8 o'clock opened up, and it went all the way, right? Sure, you're trading in top of the 8 o'clock candle, but we were nowhere near the top of the 6 o'clock candle. So then it's a bit riskier, meaning that we could still rise higher. You see what I mean? For sure, I'm gonna get missed it. I have to take neighbor to the doctor. She asked me, she's really sick. Be right back, guys. I hope gold doesn't go and leave without me. Hey, bro, good deeds get good karma, bro. That's how life works, man. That's how life works. Don't worry about it. You can always make another trade. You can always make another trade. Gold buy. Yeah, I'm personally not looking for buys here, John. Personally. Let's see what happens here. Let's have a look at the VIX as well. Let's see what the VIX is doing. Yeah, the VIX is selling off pretty drastically at the moment. Does this want to continue lower is the big question. Call sign, that's amazing. I see you when you're back. That's amazing. I love that. All right, let's have a look here. We're selling off pretty drastically here on gold. It's not ideal for me personally. I would like to see them go higher first. At this point, it's better that you miss it than get cooked. You mean about gold longs? Yeah, we're still ranging, right? So we're still in the BPR at the moment. You can see that we're going up and down, up and down. There's a big chance they're gonna just tap 6 o'clock and just continue higher again, right? That's gold. That's gold in a nutshell. Accumulation and then a lot of manipulation. So I'm not too worried about gold as of yet. I have an alert set. If they break through 6, we have to see what happens. Maybe we can get involved in the next hour. We'll see. All right, let's see. So we do not have a bottom wick on this 20-minute. If they do want to come back down, tap 6 o'clock again and break higher, we could potentially get involved here to 2 o'clock longs, right? So it really depends on whether or not they want to take that inefficiency out. Because entering here is, for me, not reasonable. I would like to see them actually take something out first, meaning this low is perfect. Right, if they take that low out and then they close back, for example, above 20 o'clock open, 20 minute candle open, you have a lower time frame creation in alignment with the higher time frame, right? Because now on the hourly, we're looking at the hourly that's forming bullish. We had a bottom wick set in, so you have the open of 6. You set in the short-term high. So if you look at it, you have 6 o'clock open right here. Short-term high will set in. Price trades lower. Creates a low in a fair value gap right here, right? So you have a fair value gap low being created. Now price trades up again, comes down, takes out inefficient price action, taps back into what, around 6 o'clock. If they then break up again, you could look for the continuation play, assuming that 20-minute has the bottom wick set in place. Does that make sense, guys? That's the idea here, right? So that's what I'm looking for now. For price to trade lower, create the bottom wick, and then go higher. And instead of trying to catch the bottom, I will use the bottom as my stop loss for the longs. Because you could also say you enter like this, right? You could also enter like this, and then go for the target above. But if I would wait, for example, if I would wait and they raid into it, first of all, my stop is going to be less, right? My stop is going to be less. So the risk to reward is going to be the same ratio, even more, and it confirms my trade scenario. You see what I mean? So this is more favorable, risk to reward perspective. Sure, this could be that you're going to go to break even earlier, but it also decreases the amount that you're making back. We've got 100 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. If you enjoy the live streams, make sure to smash up the likes. That would be highly appreciated. You would support the stream a lot. We're looking for potential longs. I'm waiting for price to first take out the inefficient low just in front of us right now, right here. Good thinking. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Doesn't mean that whatever I'm saying is gonna be the way to go, though. But you never know. You never know. Marks are interesting. All right, you can see here as well that on gold, we're trading around the London Open right now. Let's see what happens here. For me personally, I don't know for you guys, but for me, I haven't seen any way to enter this market for gold at the moment. Might be me, but I haven't seen any way to enter personally. So we're just gonna wait and see whether or not they're gonna provide anything here. Sure, you could say that there's like a gap here, but there's also a gap here, right? The most ideal would just be a clear expansion higher for the short continuation. I'll be watching you on the TV because my phone is about to die in minutes. That's nice. That's nice. Enjoy the live stream on the TV. Brother, bias is bullish or bearish on NQ? A bit of a mixed scenario for me. I would prefer shorts, but it depends on whether or not the VIX is going to continue its trend higher, right? If they want to sell it off all the way to the downside on the VIX, there's a big chance we're just going to rise and rise and rise and rise on NQ. And I understand that we're trading below the open of the day, right? I'm aware of it, but for me personally, we're also trading on top of the week, and we're on Wednesday now, which for me could mean that we might want to go lower, right? So that's the overall idea here. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, whether or not this is going to be the case. We just step back into the previous 6-hour open. And we're selling it off now slowly. I would still prefer price to come back to 2 o'clock first before looking for the shorts, to be honest. So we look for shorts. Yeah, well, I'm also looking for longs at the same time. If they want to tap 6 o'clock and break back above 20-minute open, I would look for longs back to 2. But overall, I'm also looking for shorts. You see what I mean? User W7. Gold is as the 61.8 retracement from the highs. Oh, you mean from here? I'm confused. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about this level here? I'm confused. Inayat, welcome to the live stream, bro. Yeah, your name on YouTube is User, but I'm happy to, my name is Thomas. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing all right. But no, so when it comes to the market, I'm looking for both angles here to play, both angles. But I'm preferring shorts. But it doesn't mean I can't trade the longs, right? Thank you. Hey, you don't have to thank me, bro. Hope you're doing all right. Welcome to the live stream. All right, let's see what happens here, guys. We're flipping the 20-minute bullish already. I still would prefer them to actually go back to 6 or take out the inefficient low first. But this might not be the case. We'll see what happens. So it would be nice if something like this occurs. Oh. What is the reason you're making the 20-minute trade? You mean why I use the 20-minute candle? Oh, from the low to the daily high. Oh, you mean like this? I'm confused. Oh, you draw fips like this. Oh, that's how you draw it? I draw it again with the trend. So let's say, for example, you have the high to the low. If I were looking for shorts, I would draw it from the high to the set-in low, and that's how I would use the Fibonacci, right? That's how I personally use it. What's your reason? So the 20-minute candle is you divide the hour into three stages, right? Now we're entering the last 20 minutes of the last 20 minutes of the hour, meaning that if they want to do something, there might be some volume kicking in here now, right? For the current hour. So that's why I divide the hour into 3 stages. So I just understand, okay, what is happening? Where are we in the current trading hour? What is the current 20-minute telling me? Because I can see now, for example, I can see the hourly creation here, right? On the 20-minute time frame. So I can see that this is the open. I can see that that's the open. We put in the bottom wick like this, trading it up again, coming down, creating a new 20-minute and trading it up again. You see? So I can see the hourly creation on the 20-minute time frame. So that's how I do it personally, right? We just we were looking for this long, we just didn't get it from the point of interest, sadly. I can't pick the 20-minute on trading view. You should be able to add the custom interval right here. If not, then you might need the essential plan. I don't know if you have it. Yo, Mr. C, hope you're doing all right. All right, we're breaking back towards 2 o'clock. Got 105 people watching. If you guys enjoyed the live stream, make sure to smash up the likes. It would be highly appreciated. When it comes to gold, yeah, you guys can see we just bought it back up again. So we're just still ranging on gold. Still ranging on gold. Missed out on the entry here, sadly, for the long continuation play. The overall idea was correct. Back to 2 o'clock. Sadly, we couldn't get involved though. We're breaking lower as well on the VIX. So we just tapped into the levels of interest for the VIX. Selling off pretty drastically here. Selling off pretty drastically on the VIX. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens from 2 o'clock now. Why did the music stop? Huh. Roma, good morning, back on the charts. How you doing? I'm doing fine, my friend. Any day above ground is a good day. Any day above ground is a good day. We got one break even trying to short the 6 o'clock creation with the anticipating of the fact that they took the highs and then shorted down. So that one got taken out break even. Then I tried to long it from here, but we never got the entry for the long expected 2. And now I'm unbiased. Now I'm unbiased to see what happens. They might want to come back to midnight. Push it a bit higher, and potentially I would be looking to sell it lower from here, but it also depends on what the VIX does, because the VIX now is selling off pretty drastically here. We just took out some liquidity below this low. Question is, do we want to go all the way down and fill it in, or do we want to continue the trend currently that's bullish, right, on the VIX, and come back towards the weekly open? That would be my bias overall. Long from 137. So you took the longs. Nice, bro. Congrats. Congratulations. We missed out on it, sadly. Or at least I missed out on it. You could say that after the 20-minute flip, this would have been the entry, you know? But I just didn't take it. Did I see you catch some longs yesterday during New York? Yeah, not during New York, actually. Just before the New York Stock Exchange opened. So the long that I took yesterday was right here. So you had 9 o'clock open. Let's see. Alright, so you have 9 o'clock open right here. And price traded back into the 5-minute fair value gap. There's a 5-minute fair value gap right here. Let me show you. Yeah, alright, here you go. So you have the 5-minute fair value gap, you see? And I waited for price to break above the, where's the, oh yeah, here you go. So I waited for price to break back above 9 o'clock, and I entered on the retest of 9 with the stop below 9 o'clock low and looked for a 2-hour return, right? So just before the open, I managed to get this trade. Overall target was of course 220, but I took it out at 2 hour. So this was the trade I got yesterday after the stream. It was really nice, actually. It was a nice trade. Of course, because it plays out. Everything is nice if it plays out. I entered 1 MNQ long and stop at break even, entry at 145. Yeah, I hope for you it plays out, bro. I hope for you it plays out. My overall target was 2 o'clock, right? So for now I'm flat. If I would be in the trade, I would have been out already. Nice one. Yeah, thanks, bro. It wasn't that major though. I didn't risk a lot of money on it. I made 75 bucks on two accounts, so 150. Let's have a look what's gonna happen today though, guys. Let's have a look what's gonna happen today. Who's actively watching? We got 100 people in the chat. If you enjoy the live streams, make sure to smash up the likes. Let's try to get towards 100 likes, guys. That would be highly appreciated. Call sign, of course, actively watching. I appreciate that. Let's see what we have here today. Let's see what we have here today. Gold is really not doing anything at all, so we can't trade it. I hope to see something happen here for the Nasdaq, something tradable. Potentially looking for those shorts to the downside. That would be lovely. That would be lovely. You guys are legends. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. So we respected 2 o'clock. What happened? We went back above 2. But it's still a bit of equal highs, to be honest. I think it is equal highs, actually. Yeah, it's equal highs. Look at that. So there is still a potential long entry here. If they come back towards the inefficiency still, I would still look for the trade. I wouldn't take it from here. I would still want to see them take this out. We've got a new hour coming in 5 minutes. I'm still here on the TV. Nice. Nice. My brain is spinning, trying to see what it's up to. Yeah, let's see. Glad to see you back. Nice. Nice. How is Thailand, by the way? Mugsy? Let me know how Thailand is, bro. Let me know how it's treating you. I think it's treating you well. Better than the Netherlands, that's for sure. I'm still here on the TV. I like that. All right, let's see what happens. We got a new hourly coming in here in 3 minutes from now. Let's see if they want to continue this play higher for us. Or they want to continue to play lower. We tap 2 o'clock. I still think that we could tap above it. So that would be the ideal scenario here. Let's say we open up 7 o'clock, right? And price actually trades higher. Trades lower. This could be the play for the 7 o'clock flip to the downside. All right, so this could also be a play that we're going to look for. With 7 o'clock actually providing the top for the continuation play lower for 6. And then the target would be, first of all, to break through 7. Let's say we open up the new hourly here, guys, right? And the new hour opens up, we trade above it. We get our shift in structure to the downside. We enter on the shift and we continue. 7 o'clock would be then for most of us would be the break-even point, for example. And then 6 could be a partial point or the take profit point. You see? So that's how we use the overall candle creation of itself. And then let's say they break through 6. It could also be that they want to go back to London Open or they want to go back all the way to the low, right? That's the way on how I would trade it. But let's say, for example, we open 7 o'clock now. And we first traded down all the way. We traded down. We come back, take the inefficiency, then switch structure here. We entered the long and we could use 6 as our stop loss, or we use 7 as our stop. And then we traded back to what? 2 o'clock highs. You see? So that's how I try to be adaptable with the market as best as I can. Trying my best, guys. You know, trying my best. I'm not a magician. I wish I was one. Would be kind of sick. I would be doing card tricks. Like you guys get the memo, right? If I was a magician, we would be making $1 million right now together. But that's not how it is. I came to Vietnam last week. The visa was finished in Thailand, but yeah, super nice here. Oh yeah, I forgot. You said it indeed. You said you were in Vietnam. Expecting the DXY to pull back to 100, 600 approximately, then skyrocket. It's a fractal. Yeah, if it wants to skyrocket, that would be nice. Maybe it wants to even go back towards these lows here. I'm a bit iffy. Like, it doesn't look like it's happening. Like, there must be something geopolitical coming out soon, because this looks like a little bit There's no news. Gold is just not going anywhere. Yeah, there's no news. Yeah, we have President Trump speaking tonight at 9 p.m. Maybe that has some influence. Pretty sure it will have some influence, to be honest. Got 110 people watching. Hope you guys are doing good. Smash up the likes if you enjoyed the live stream. It would be highly appreciated. And share it with someone if you think these live streams are interesting, valuable, whatever, you know. Can you send me your superpowers that allow me to stop drinking coffee? Yeah, it's real simple, bro. It's making a choice. That's the superpower. That's all it is. Making the choice. I wish it was something else, bro, but sadly it isn't. All right, got 7 o'clock opening up here. Let's add 7 actually to the book so we can actually see it. There you go. So 7 o'clock just opened up here. Trading below. Trading below. It's a pretty massive sell-off for 7 o'clock. Watched another streamer yesterday, and the guy said it's summer price action, just chopping around. Yeah, well, that is indeed something that happens when we get into the summer. Price action tends to be less attractive to trade. But yeah, sometimes it does something that you can get involved in. You know, it's just less ideal. All right, this was no way for me to enter on this long. There's no structure to enter from, so. But I'm so sleepy. Yeah, well, you're sleepy because your body is craving the caffeine to stay awake, right? So if you stop drinking coffee and you start using your natural ability, meaning you're gonna sleep more and you're gonna preserve your energy and stuff, it's better, bro. It's better. Caffeine is not bad, but it is the overdose of caffeine that we do when we drink coffee too much, right? Because when I drink coffee, I go all in, bro. I go all in. Bring me 3 espressos, I drink them all. No problem. But yeah, the other streamer, what he was saying is definitely right, bro. Andre. He's not lying. You can see it yourself, right? Like, there's a lot of people I've noticed also. Like, we don't really have it here in the chat. Like, no one is actually asking for buy or sell, whatever. It's amazing. But a lot of people, they then ask for a buy or sell, right? And they really expect me to tell you that I can see what's gonna happen from this current trading price action, right, on gold. They really anticipate me to tell them, you know? And then I think to myself, like. Can't you see that there's nothing happening? Buy yourself, brother. Mr. C. No, but you see it, right? You see what I'm saying, right? There's no way you can trade this. And I understand if you're new to trading, you think that this is easy to trade. But this is tough. It's hard, bro. Because you enter here for the shorts. potentially it plays out, but how many times does it buy itself back up, right? So you would wait for extremes. And this instance, if I short it, I would like to wait for the extreme from here. And I wouldn't get involved here at all. I need to stop at 4 coffee, start feeling dizzy. Yeah. Maybe it's a good idea, bro. Coffee is not... too much coffee is not good for you, bro. I'm here to make my own choices, but you and your knowledge teaches me a lot, and personality is fun. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed to be here, singing traders. London range in gold is narrow when compared to Asian session or even Frankfurt pre-London. Yeah, it's been accumulating a lot lately in the actual trading session, you could say. When are we going to take a trade? Yeah, it's a good question, Entity. It's a good question, bro. I wish I could trade here at this current location, you know. But potentially we could enter down here for the longs, but we have to wait and see. I love the fact that we can all watch the charts together instead of alone. Yeah, it's amazing, right? Like, you need to, like, guys, we're all over the world right now, talking to each other, looking at the charts. You know how amazing that is? Oh, Aloha is back. Welcome back, bro. Hope you're alright. Good to see you back. Everyone tell him welcome back, you know? Let's make a little community together here on YouTube. Alright, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here, guys. Are we going to set it off here for the longs continuation play? That's the big question. Or is this the short play that we did not get involved in, is the question as well. Personally, I don't see any reason here for shorts as of yet. So say, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing alright. Hope you're doing alright. Alright, gold is not doing anything here. Let's see what happens here once we tap into this level. They actually tapped 2 o'clock. They did. That's interesting because they did rate the high. Oh, I'm blind. Look at that. They actually did rate the high. You see that? Okay, that's a bit iffy. I didn't see that. I used the wrong candle. That's kind of sus. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay. Still doesn't mean they can't go higher first, though. But they did actually rate the high already. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Gold is buying itself back up again. So anyone that tried to sell it here got spanked. Yeah, gold's not it for us. Let's hope the Nasdaq is gonna do it, though. Welcome back, bro. We missed you. Welcome back. Nice. Nice. Welcome back to the live stream. So, yeah, I have to create a banner, guys. I have to try to figure out how to create like a nice banner. What do you guys think about the new profile that I just made? The new, what is it? Thumbnail. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the chat. Give me your honest opinion, by the way. Give me your honest opinion. What do you guys think about the new profile? All right, so this is what I have now, right? So we have the profile picture and we have the thumbnail. What do you guys think about the thumbnail? Do you guys like it? Is it better than the blue one? I think it has some different class to it. You have the Nasdaq in the top left, live now, with the gold bars in the bottom right. Not that you can see them, but yeah. I think it's live. I think it looks pretty good. But what's your opinion, guys? Cam Jam, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Now I have something to do during New York. Hey, Lorenzo Corrado in the building. Hope you're doing alright, bro. We got actually some people that also watch you during the Asia session. Very handsome. Yeah, you know, AI does me good here, Maxi, you know? AI does me good. AI sets me up well. Gotta thank AI for it, you know? Show them the one that you made. All right, let me see, bro. Let me see. I'm gonna watch it real closely here. DBT, give me 1 second. Whether or not they want to take this back into this level. Let's see. Where is it, DBT? All right, here you go. So DBT created this one for me. He created this one. Which one do you guys like more? Lorenzo did 5 hours today. Could you beat that, Thomas? No way. No way. Lorenzo is the OG, bro. He's the OG. I know Thomas because of Lorenzo. Yes, beef. Yes, sir. The first one. Sorry, Thomas, I don't care about that much. I care what kind of person you are in this few streams. Keep it real. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you for being honest with me. I like this one. All right, we got some mixed opinions on it. Some say the other and some say this one. Oh, nice. Something more, maybe a different background. Yeah, I see what you mean. All right, let's have a look what happens here. The next gen is coming up. Yes. As long as I see you after the click thumbnail, everything goes. Nice. Andra, I appreciate that. All right, let's have a look what happens here. I'm gonna pay some attention. We tapped it, but we did not really break through the inefficient price action here. When it comes to the VIX is still selling off for us. It's not looking all too clean, but you can see how the VIX is actually selling to the downside. If this wants to continue selling off, then we have a big shot at the flip here for MNQ. Let's see though whether or not this is the case. Then we would target it back to 2 o'clock here, guys. Let's see what happens. I would like to see them rate this low. All right, we just rated the low. Let's see what happens here now. Closure back above the 5 o'clock open would be nice. Selling off lower on the VIX. All right, this is our 6 o'clock low. Oh. ES pushing up while NQ is going down. Yeah, it could still be the fact that this is gonna continue higher though. NQ. Waiting for this closure above the 5. No closure back above 5 o'clock. A 5-minute open. Let's see what happens here, guys. Yeah, if ES wants to push higher and NQ wants to sink lower, that wouldn't be ideal, of course. We're not in the trade yet, so it doesn't really matter what they do now. NQ is barcoding on the 15-minute. Yeah, I agree. It's not really doing anything as of yet, but I still see some potential for it coming back to 2. I hope so, because our initial short idea was around 2 o'clock, but we did not get any way to enter the market here for the shorts. Tap back into 6 o'clock precisely. Let's see what happens here. Closure back above 5 o'clock from tapping 6 would be nice for the continuation long. We do need to see some push momentum down further for the VIX here for us to confirm it. Captain Price, welcome to the live stream, by the way. Hope you're doing all right. The second one for your picture. Yeah, I see what you mean. So you guys like this picture more than the one that I had previously, or the one that I have now. It makes a lot of sense, actually. This one looks way more realistic, this picture, than the one that I have. Maybe I can try to figure out if I can get this one and then use it instead of the one that I have now. You guys are right. You guys make a really smart decision here. That's actually a smart idea. You guys are legends. I'm gonna try to do that. I just need to see if I can make it so I'll look in front of the camera and not to the other side of it. I'm all good, thank you. Nice to hear that, Prince. It's good to hear that, bro. Alright, we're selling off lower here, guys. It's not closing back above the current 5-minute open, so it's not confirming our longs here. Let's see, though. Could still happen. You never know. Opening a new 15-minute candle in 2 minutes from now. Good morning, Thomas Clayton. Welcome back to the live stream, my friend. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, we're still selling off lower, guys. And what's happening on the VIX? The VIX is buying itself all the way back up. Look at that. It's buying itself all the way back up. That's kind of tricky here, guys. That's kind of tricky. This means that there's a big chance that shorts actually are in play. And this was already the the retest of 2 o'clock for the short continuation play. We initially were looking for shorts around 2, like mentioned, but we did not get the entry model. So we might have to wait now and see whether or not they're going to give us a potential entry otherwise. So you have 6 o'clock. If they retest 6, we might be able to get involved if they close below. Let's see. Have to see what happens here. Yeah, we're breaking out drastically here on the VIX, guys. That's insane. The VIX is breaking out really hard at the moment. As you guys see, you guys remember me marking out the midnight open at 2 o'clock? So they came precisely back to it, and now they're breaking. Look at that. That's insane, actually. The amount of volume that just kicked in. That's actually crazy. So you have 7 o'clock opening up, breaking below 7 o'clock, switching structure. Let's see if they come and tap back into 6 o'clock. "24-hour live stream at 10k subs." All right, let's do it. Not a problem. 24-hour live stream. That's gonna be interesting, though. I'll definitely start drinking coffee again if that happens, guys. But sure, I'm open for it. I'll open for it, guys. 24-hour live stream at 10,000 subs. So let's go for it, guys. Let's go for the 10,000. Let's go for the 10,000 subscribers. All right, so we tested 2 o'clock precisely, sold it off lower. 7 o'clock opened up, traded back into the wick, then sold it off again. No way to enter from here, though. There was no way to enter for me. So potentially we could look for the short continuation play here now. Got a new 20-minute candle opening in 3 minutes. This could definitely do it for us. Come back into 6, flip the candle, and then look for the short play. Of course, that's a bit more of a risky setup, guys. So remind yourself of it, you know. And get the traders band to sing some songs, yeah. That would be crazy, right? We're gonna perform. With the singing traders. That would be funny. Yeah, you're right. Actually, thank you for letting me know, Daniel. It's indeed coming back up here on gold. I don't know why the alert didn't go off. It just went off the moment I opened the chart. Thank you. So yeah, we're still potentially looking for shorts here on gold. It depends on what the dollar is doing. Do we want to break out further to the upside on this current hourly candle? If that's the case, then I would prefer the shorts definitely here on gold. We do have some clear liquidity to the downside as well. We still do not have a bottom wick on 6. So this might also give us an opportunity. Thank you for letting me know, Daniel. I completely forgot about it. Too locked into the MNQ chart. I put another alert down. Hopefully this time it does trigger. Let's see. We got a new 20 minute in 2 minutes from now. It's raining. It's raining hard, guys. Alright, let's have a look. You think price maybe want to go and retest the 1 hour FEG and maybe even touch that 15-minute OB before selling off? Yeah, you're referring to what precisely? Gold? One hour OB? Well, yeah, it could definitely be the case. Wait, you're meaning this one? No, I don't think so, personally. I think if depending on the closure now, I would prefer it to continue lower. I wouldn't like it to go way higher now, to be honest. Preferably. Bob Culling, welcome to the live stream, bro. Alright, we're breaking even through 6 o'clock lows now. So yeah, the shorts of 2 would have been nice if we had the entry model, but we didn't. Let's see though. I still see some potential from 6 o'clock here. On the new 20-minute candle once it opens up. Gold is still in the range, yeah. Now I'm anticipating gold to go a little bit higher still. And then I would look for the sells. It also depends on what the dollar does here, of course. But the dollar's been ranging a lot. Look at that. Wiki. It's been wicking around a lot. And let's see what oil does. We do not have a clear bottom wick yet on 7. So maybe they want to rate it once more to the downside and then go higher. Alright, let's see. We got the new 20-minute candle that just opened up. Let's see what happens here, guys. We rated 6 o'clock lows. Are we going to get the same play like we just had? It's the big question. Yeah, I like it's aligned with MNQ at the moment, so I like that. Let's have a look what happens here, guys. Tapping back into 6. This is the 20-minute open. Right here. Why is MC... You need to buy the subscription model, bro. If you want to use it, you need to buy the subscription model for gold and for MNQ. It's cost you like 8 euros a month. Or 7 euros or something like that. That's the reason, bro. I'm broke. I can't. When you get some real yeah. I was 7 euros a month, bro. But you don't have to. You don't have to buy the. You don't have to really buy it if you don't want to. You can also use the gold chart. Just have different pricings. CFD futures. There's structurally based. It should look the same most of the times. We're breaking through 6, like it never existed. Let's see, gold is still rising higher. If you can't invest 7 USD in your trading, you shouldn't trade. Now I understand what you mean. Makes sense. I think most importantly, like when it comes to trading, like you need to be able to fund it. You know, that's just what trading is about. It's not what most gurus try to persuade you into believing what it actually is, right? As in it's a quick rich and stuff like that. It's not really like it. especially the prop game. Prop game, you need money to make money because you need to buy accounts and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna be willing to give it a crack here, guys. If they come back up here on the 1 minute, I will be giving it a crack. Put my stop above 20-minute high. It's a bit of a riskier play here, but I'm anticipating this to be the high of 20. So it's gonna be a small stop. We're only risking like 40 bucks here. But if they go, this could be a big trade. Let's have a look here. We tap back 6 o'clock. Flip below and flip back into 20-minute open would be break even for me. Got 1 minute before the new 5. I don't think he meant it in a bad way. You know, it's just in a conservative way regarding, you know, payments for trading and stuff. So the thing is with trading, it's not a non-cost business model, right? You just need to be willing to spend money to make money, risk money to make money. That's just how trading is in the end, you know. Alright, let's see if we want to sell through here. Just want to see this, the profit target here. 9.2. Yeah, right here. What platform are you executing on? Right now I'm trading on TradeC, bro. This is a connection with Lucid. Alright, we're going to break even on this position. Let's hope this continues playing out for us. We broke the low. So we're risk free now. On the 5 minutes looking good. On the 20 minutes looking good as well. We might have caught the top wick on the 20. Let's hope so. We're targeting back towards these lows down here for the London Open. And the VIX is breaking out pretty drastically here, so that's nice as well. Let's see if this wants to continue though. Alright, we're crossing higher on the VIX. Let's see if this wants to play for us. We're in a pretty good position overall, like when it comes to break even and stuff. So, so one more time, I invested a bit already, so when I return back, I will invest more. That's my program. It's not about $7. I didn't mean it. He didn't mean it in a bad way, bro. He didn't mean it in a bad way. It's just in a conservative way, you know. It's more as in saying if you are really in a need for money, trading could really mess you up even more, right? I don't think he meant it bad at all, bro. I don't think he meant it bad at all. All right. It's a good sell-off at the moment here, guys. Gold never came back to our point of interest. It stayed around 22 here. TradeC is really nice. Yeah, Lorenzo, it's really nice. It works really fluently. It's same as Topstep, but then a third-party provider. It's legit the same way. It's nothing different here, to be honest. Alright, we're breaking out drastically here on the VIX, guys. So that's good. $100 points drop now. Come on. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice if that happens. I maybe we could increase the target if this wants to break through. But if we manage to make this, we're already making a 1 to 5 R, right? So that would be more than enough based on the trade that we took on the 1 minute. Let's see if it wants to do it though. I'm gonna go and go to the toilet, guys. I'll be back in a second. All right, we're back at it. Let's see. I think we're about to hit it. We're pushing out really hard here on the VIX, so that's good. We risk 30. Yeah, let's see if they wanna push it lower still. We're breaking out pretty good here on the VIX, so that's nice. I don't trade to survive. I have a job and income. Yeah, that's good. That's nice, bro. Nice entry. Yeah, it is a nice entry for now. If it doesn't come pull back all the way up. Marks are crazy sometimes, you know. It looks like it wants to continue though. NQ broke out of the value area, retraced back into it and got rejected, so it lines perfectly what you described. Nice. So the value area, based on which one are we talking about? You mean talking about the swing POC, the swing point of control from here? Previous day. Ah, I see what you mean. Okay, no. Yeah. I don't think I have to. Ah, yeah, okay. I do have some of the right settings. Yeah, you can see it indeed. Yeah, we're breaking out of it now. Actually came back to the point of control precisely. Look at that, guys. Precisely point of control on 2 o'clock. And then breaking out. Continue to play lower. But let's see though. Let's see if they don't want to come back all the way. Got a new half an hour that just opened up. And Q moves clean. Yeah, it's moving nice at the moment. In comparison to gold, it's definitely doing something. Gold's not doing anything. I still wouldn't mind the shorts from here, guys. But until then, I'm not gonna touch it. I won't be touching it until then. Trading it up all the way again. Gold doing a bear flag, I think. Yeah, I'm preferring the shorts as well. It's just mainly looking at the dollar here now. Let's see where the dollar wants to go to before the shorts play for me. No, I see what you're saying, bro. I think you're right. I think it has some potential. Yeah, we're selling it off now on the VIX, which is not ideal. I need to see some buying pressure for the VIX. I'm gonna drag this one. We're securing at least 2R back on the position. We risk around 30 bucks. If they want to go higher, it is what it is. But the VIX is selling off, so I have no choice. Maybe I could have taken it out a bit earlier at 120. Would have been a better risk to reward ratio. It is what it is, though. Could still flip from here to the downside. Could still give it to us. Let's see what we have on the S. Yeah, S is buying itself up as well. I think we're gonna get taken here. Alright. It is what it is. It is what it is. So we took 2R home instead of 4. Part of the game. The VIX actually started selling off here after taking the highs. Maybe could have taken it out at 120 just before the lows instead of trying to target the lows. This is what it is, though. Still a good trade. I think it was a nice trade. We actually managed to catch the 20-minute top, right? So we got involved right at the top of the 20-minute. So that's a nice trade. Yeah, maybe if the size was a little bit more, like let's say we risked like $100. I would have taken it at 1 to 3 for sure, but we're risking less, right? So then you don't care as much. And then you want to let it run longer, even though if you make, in this scenario, if you already make a 2R return, which is amazing, and we were at the top, we were at 3.6, right? Which is insane. That's a good risk to reward ratio for a trade setup, so maybe we could have taken it a bit earlier. It is what it is, though. Got 300 profit and take a break now. See you in the New York session. I won't be here in the New York session, but congratulations, Matthew. Well played, bro. Nice trade. If you took, I don't know what you took, but congratulations. Great trade. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate it. You know what I say, guys, right? We don't praise the wins, because if we praise the wins, then the losses feel way more sharp. But if it comes to the execution overall, it was a good setup for sure. The way on, we waited for price to come back into 6, then you had a good sell-off below 6 o'clock again. Top of the 20-minute, no bottom wick on the 20. Waited for the break of the 20-minute low for the break even. So I think overall the setup was definitely good. And now we could have also held it on break even, you know, and accepted it either coming back or not. Potentially that would have been the better. Yeah, look at that. Potentially it would have been the better move, but because we had the buying pressure and the selling pressure on the VIX, I made the decision to take it out. But yeah, look at that. What a sell-off here, guys. What a sell-off. Is this going to sell all the way back to this low is the question now, right? Yeah, something we could have done here as well, if I'm looking into it, just to reanalyze after the fact, is we could have also added 2 contracts here on the continuous break of the move, right? And try to scale in more on the selling pressure. and then look for a smaller increased target for more points. But yeah, it is what it is. Call sign. Yeah, it is what it is, bro. This is what happens when you trade the 1 minute time frame, you know? If you trade the 1 minute, you gotta get spooked out of your trades earlier. If I would have stayed on the 30 and I would not have looked at the 1 minute, there's a big chance we would have still been in, you know? I made the decision based on what the S was doing and stuff, right? But still, you know, probably should have stayed in. Would have been better. That would have been a 1 to 4 hour return instead of a 1 to 2.6, 2.2 something. The 5 minute continuation looks good. Yeah, it's looking nice. If you caught it from the 20 minute open, that's actually really nice. That's a really nice sell here. If you caught it from here, I actually didn't even see that. Look at that. They came precisely back into the 20 minute open and sold it off instantly from there. That would have been nice for the continuation play for 20. This right here, this would have been really nice with the stop above the highs for a 2 hour return. This would have been a nice continuation play. I didn't see it though. Congrats if you took that. That's nice. That's really good. That's a good top wick. I should have held the I still had the open line. I just totally forgot this was the 20 minute. Should have marked it out. Should have marked it out. That's my bad, guys. Yeah, but the 5 minute continuation looks good for sure, yeah. Could have, would have, no one gets broke taking profits. Sure, no, you're right. You're right. There's no reason to take profits if there's no reason to take profits, you know? Could have still let this one run if we're looking at the higher time frame perspective. So if you look at it from the higher time frame, so since the morning we said that 6, we want to look for shorts, right? In alignment with the VIX. Then I said that, okay, if we're not going to break from right here, where we took our initial short setup, we got taken on break even. I said I want to look for shorts from 2 o'clock. We can see that we came back to 2 and sold it off. We did not get an entry up in here, right? So there's no way to get involved. And then we got the entry from 6 with the 20 minute alignment. The overall target for the higher time frame would be this low, right? For me personally. So maybe we could have held on to it back towards that low and just accepted it for what it is, you know? Yo, it's beef, but I'm on a walk with my dog. Now we got an extra viewer. Nice. Nice. Give your dog some greetings from me, bro. Give him a fist bump or something. Alright, so we're selling off on gold. We're not involved here. It's still not... No, I said it's selling off. It's not really selling off. It's not really doing anything. Maybe it will, though, but we're not in. Yeah, what a trade. Look at this. So we caught the small move, and now the big move's happening. Yeah, we should have held on to it a little bit longer. It is what it is, though. What a move, guys. What a move. Anyone caught the continuation play for the 5? If you did, congratulations. It's a really nice move you got there. It's a really nice move you got there if you did it. So we're up, what are we up now? $60 or something. Yeah, $60 on 2 accounts. Could have been way more. My Pop Kane says, Buenos dias. Nice. Story of my life the past few days. Got stopped at a break even. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get stopped out on break even. I trolled my stop. It's always it's a stupid decision afterwards if it plays out. But what if it didn't, right? Is the question you gotta ask yourself. Banger trade. I think it was a good read, guys. I think we read price well together. That's for sure. We did a nice job here reading price. You can see here, right? So for the guys that are wondering why I use 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock is the 8 hour open, right? So the current 8 hour was forming like this. Instantly down. We came back up. We put a top wick on it. Oh, look at this short, guys. Yeah, that is tough to see. That is tough to see. It's part of the game, though. But okay, so then we sold it off again, right? So we know that we trade above 6 o'clock. We trade back into 2 o'clock. That's 8 o'clock candle. We couldn't break it. Trade back below 6. Come back into 6 o'clock and we have the continuation play lower. You done? Blacklisted. Wait, okay, I have no idea why I did that, Andre. I have no idea. I'll have to look into Nightbot. It has its own opinions, it seems like. You didn't say anything wrong. You still here, Andre? I'm sorry, bro. I don't know why I did that. I think because you said the word loser, I guess. Big loser. Right? I don't know precisely. Yeah, look at this trade, guys. This would have been a banger of a setup for a 1 to 12 hour return. That would have been banging. Yeah, okay. We're gonna wait and see what happens here now. I don't see any way for me to get involved in this trade anymore now. We had it. We gave it away, sadly. We gave it away, sadly. Bob the Sadelier, welcome my friend, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing alright, thank you for subscribing, I truly appreciate that. Alright, so we broke below 6 o'clock on gold. Gold is still untradeable for me personally, guys, so I'm not touching gold. I'm not interfering with my toxic X right now, we ain't doing it. Gold is not it. Even though you could say they swept the highs and they're breaking below 6. This could be the short play, continuation play. It's just, it looks so bad. No, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. We're not doing it. I talk too much. No, not at all, bro. No. Nightbot just has his own opinions about what is good and what is bad here. I held the trade because I see the 5-minute continuation. Oh, nice. Then you should be banking some money right now, bro. Congratulations. That's a really nice play you got there. Congrats. You have a really nice play now. Yeah, that's a really nice play you got here, bro. Dang. Congrats. Well played. Who's still actively watching, by the way? Smash a 1 in the chat if you're still here, actively watching. We have an average view duration of like 14 minutes, which is crazy. It means you guys are actually staying all the way. And I really appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. If you haven't done it already, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get notified for whenever I go live. So we can get 2-hour trades instead of 11-hour trades. You know? We can do it together live, guys. Full transparency. That's what trading is about. That's trading is about. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, TR. Hope you're doing good, bro. Welcome back to the live stream. Philly Trader. Oh, nice. So you're from Philadelphia, I guess. Hope you're doing good. Saudi alert. Issued the Damam to warn of danger. There were news. Yeah. News for gold sold off pretty drastically here. Yeah. You also had some selling off pressure here on the Nasdaq. It could definitely be that the news was the causal factor here. Structurally speaking, I do think it looked good though, for the structure approach. Yeah, let's see what the new hour does. We still have one more shot here for the for a potential trade here. I still think we have one more shot. We still have the previous day high intact for the VIX. We still have the current day high intact for the VIX. This does mean that we have bullish divergence at the moment in relationship to the Nasdaq, because the reason why is because the VIX did not break higher, right? So you have bearish divergence in relationship to the VIX, right? Bullish for the Nasdaq. If this wants to sell lower, there's a chance that we just set in the low for now and we're gonna rate it back up again, right? The charts are amazing. The charts are amazing, guys. Right? It could go both ways. It looked good now. It could just look completely awful in 2 minutes from now. It could be all the way back up here. You know? That's the crazy thing about trading. I live in Philly. Nice. Yes, doing well. Nice. Good to hear. Thanks for keeping me in the loop, Max, by the way. I truly appreciate that. If there's any news related, make sure to, you know, share whenever. Do we also have a... No, we do not have a bullish divergence in relationship to ES. But in relationship to the VIX, there is definitely a bearish divergence, as you guys can see. They did not take the highs, sold it off. They might just come all the way back up. Let's see, though. We're going to wait for the new hour. It's going to be in 11 minutes. And we're going to see what the new hour does for us. This will be the last position I would be tempted to take. It would have been nice to just have this one. We could have called it for what it was afterwards, or potentially give it one more crack. We had some more drawdown to play with. Now we only have like $60. But it's alright. We're gonna see what happens though. If the next setup gives us anything, we still look for it. I still think NQ needs to go up in order to sell off. Yeah, you might be right, bro. Especially if you now look at the VIX. The VIX not breaking higher, making divergence, right? So you have a divergence here. Selling it off lower, back towards these lows, back into the inefficient candle to the downside. That means that the NQ could rise, you know? Was making coffee and you still come back to press 1. That's what I appreciate about you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, let's see what happens. So we rated 6 o'clock lows and gold is pushing all the way up. Nice. Goldie, Goldie, Goldie. You are a nasty one, for sure. Gold. Crazy. Fieldbird. Nice. Just checking something on my phone, guys. Give me a minute. Awesome. Someone say coffee? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you guys might see me drinking coffee in the future. If we hit those 10,000 subscribers for sure, I will need some coffee and some Red Bull. I'll make sure to have some food ready for the 24-hour live stream, guys. Then I'll go live for 24 hours. That would be crazy. The question is, what are we going to do for 24 hours? Of course, we're gonna trade, but you know, that's gonna be some rough hours for sure. I would probably just buy like an account. I would just try to pass the account in 24 hours or something. You know, by actively trading it. Can you take 1 hour off since the market is closed? Oh, yeah. I can take one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Andrew. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Could definitely be something. Let's have a look what happens here, guys. Yeah, so you have the sweep of current day low. And now we could definitely flip it back towards 6. I might look for the longs here, guys. It really depends on what the VIX does on this closure in 8 minutes. But I might look back for longs towards 6 o'clock. Trying to actively trade it here and see what happens. First target would be this 20-minute high. Did I write it correctly? No, I don't think so. Is it good? Let me see. No, it's inefficient, not inefficient. Alright. Okay. I already thought so. I thought like something isn't right here. Alright, different music. Alright, here we go. Nice. We got 102 people watching. If you guys enjoyed the live stream, make sure to smash up the likes. That would be highly appreciated. Let's try to get towards 100 likes today, guys. We've been losing viewers, but it's okay because you guys are legends. You guys stay around, and I appreciate that. But we've been losing viewers, or I would say views. We've been losing views. We dropped from like 2.5K to 700 views, which is fine because you guys are legends. GDM Chopper, I hope you're doing all right, bro. Welcome back to the live stream. Let's have a look what happens here, guys. I believe you should make a Discord ASAP though. Yeah, you're right. I'll look into it tonight. I'll look into it tonight, okay? It's not about the numbers, it's about the quality of the viewers. Exactly, Roma. You're completely right, bro. You're completely right. That's why I'm saying it doesn't really matter because you guys are legends. I mean, you guys are tuning in every day. You're here waiting before I go live. You know how amazing that is? I really appreciate that. But I mean, we're creating something special here, like our little YouTube community. And we're trying to make it work, you know, in trading. So we're doing it together. This was I'm looking back at it again, but this was really nice. I should have had the 20-minute drawn out like that, because then we had some understanding of what was happening here. This was a really nice play, guys. Like even drawing it back towards that low, man, crazy. Look at that. Oh, it's crazy. I believe, yeah. So I'm gonna look to make a Discord tonight. Create our own little trading society, is what I would call it. Sonar, how are you doing, bro? Haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you back. Are you good, bro? Hope you're doing alright, my friend. Glad to see you back. There's a fly in my room, flying around, irritating the heck out of me right now. I'm about to go kill this motherfucker. The passion will drive the numbers. Keep your thing going, man. I've watched a lot of traders. You're top tier. Hey, I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Just trying to, you know, just being me. Trying to see if, you know, maybe people enjoy it. Seems like you guys enjoy being here, so I appreciate that. So we have some selling continuation play currently to the downside. And we can see here on the VIX that we're actually breaking up again. This might just mean that we need to look for the continuation play lower on the next hour instead of looking for shorts. We'll see. We'll see whether or not this is the case. We'll see whether or not this is the case. Sometimes I don't get the notification for your live, so I need to manually search it. When Discord, it would be easier. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should just create a Discord and have like a notification pop up whenever I go live. You're completely right, my friend. You're completely right. How you doing though, Sonar? You good, bro? Hope you're doing alright. Let me know where you've been. Usually around for the New York session, you start to finish a bit too early. I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, who knows? Maybe in the future I'll also trade the New York session. You never know. You never know what we can do. You never know. gold make a fake down and went up now. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. I would still look for shorts on gold. I wouldn't mind it still. We see the Volks on your stream. Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, no, the Volks is pushing higher, right? So you can see here the Volks is pushing higher. If this wants to continue pushing higher after retesting 6, then I would assume that the Nasdaq wants to continue lower. So then we're gonna wait and see what the new hourly does here. But when it comes to gold, I wouldn't mind shorts still from here. We just have to see how the dollar opens up. Look at the dollar, guys. Look at this. So we would have like a wick down and then a wick up for the dollar. We'll see though. We'll see. Yo, Trade Mecca. Hope you're doing alright, bro. Hope you're doing alright. Welcome to the live stream. Alright, let's see. We got a new hourly coming in here in 50 seconds. You could say that this already traded back into this fair value gap on the 3-minute and on the 1-minute. I think this might be some stack liquidity though. Right here, this might be some stack liquidity. We'll see what the new hour does. Mr. V. Voltaire. Hope you're doing alright, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, Discord would be nice. Can then stay in touch. Yeah, you guys are right. I'll look into it tonight. I'll set one up and then you guys can join the Discord. I'll set it up, guys. I'll set it up. You guys convinced me. I'll do it. Alright, we got the new hourly open here. Let's see what happens. So we're near our target here for the shorts. There's a lot of wind going on right now. I hear things falling behind me. Alright, let's have a look though. Damn those shorts. Yeah, we caught the top of it. We didn't catch the rest of the move though, sadly. Alright, breaking out here on gold into the level of interest. Let's have a look what happens here. Selling off on the dollar. Let's see what happens here, guys. Are we going to see the short continuation play is the question. Let me put 8 o'clock on the chart. Let's see what gold is going to do from here. That's a good question what the dollar wants to do from here for sure. I'm too scared to take trades. How can I overcome this? The simple answer is not the nicest answer, but just by doing it, bro. And the one thing you can also do is backtest, meaning you go back into all price action and you look at if your strategy works, right? But the only way to build confidence is by just doing it, bro. You can't always be right and you have to lose to make money. That's just a part of the game, right? So trading is a game where you put money up to make money, and not losing money is inevitable, right? So my best advice is just by doing, right? So you lower your size and you start executing positions. And eventually over time, you will become more fluent with it. But you have to just do it, bro. Like there's no way around it. If you want to become a trader, you have to execute. You have to execute trades. But it's a good habit to have, Harsh, by the way. That you have that you're scared to execute positions is a better habit than not caring at all, right? So it means that you're gonna be more preservative with your capital. which means in the beginning you can stay in the game longer without risking over risking, you know. Alright, we're selling off here on the hourly. I don't really like the overall formation though, so I couldn't get involved here as of yet. Maybe we can later, but right now I'm not involved. I'm looking at gold here, guys. I think gold still has potential. Until to see what happens here. We tap back into 2 o'clock here on the DXY chart. Let's see how this 5-minute closes. Would be nice to see it close below here on the 1 minute. Then I might be willing to take on an entry. It's not doing it as of yet though. Alright, let's see. Thank you guys all, by the way, for giving Harsh some trading, non-financial trading advice. You guys are legends. That's what it's all about, guys. Helping each other out. You know, let's grow together. I'm just a regular guy. I don't have blue blood. I'm not special. We're just trying to all make it work. You know. Glad we can do it together. That makes the fun of it. All right, let's have a look here. We're coming back to 8 o'clock. Gold is still buying itself higher. Patience, patience. Depending on what the 5-minute does here, if we manage to close above, I would potentially look for longs here on NQ. Depending on how we move here on the VIX. Right now it doesn't have a top wick on the current 5, which is not ideal. Could also be that this is just going to be the short continuation play from 8. This might be the play here. Let's have a look. We do not have a top wick on this one. That's what I don't like. So we swap liquidity again on gold to the upside. A good sell-off for sure here when it comes to MNQ. Alright, I'm gonna look for gold. Let's see what gold does here. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, I'm entering a sell on gold, if it allows me to. All right, I'm in a sell on gold. My stop is above the current high. We're basically risking what we just made on the buy or the sell on MNQ. So if this one gets stopped out, then I would just call it for what it is. But I'm in the shorts here. Let's see what happens. I will be aiming for a 1 to 2. A re-break of this 1 minute low now would be stops the break even for me. For gold, we need to see some buying pressure happening here. It's not happening at the moment. We'll see. We'll see whether or not this is gonna play out. Could come all the way back up again. The break-even point actually was already hit by tapping 8 o'clock here. So this might be a rough run. We'll see. Yeah, you had the retest of 8 o'clock here for the sell continuation. I didn't take it. Let's see if we can buy up on the dollar here and sell off, where we currently have synchronized correlation, which is not nice. Oil looks like it wants to sell off, which is also not favorable for us, by the way. It's not looking all too bright. No, it's not looking too bright, guys. Retest of 8 o'clock. Break higher, it seems. What's happening? The music stopped playing, I don't know why. Yeah, we're breaking lower here on the DXY. I'm gonna cut this one loose, guys. So I cut it loose here on gold. We're selling lower on the oil and we're selling lower on the DXY. We retested 8 o'clock, as you guys can see. The moment we got involved, it instantly retested 8 o'clock, shot it back up again. This would have been my break-even point initially, right? After they flipped 8. So I took it out personally. We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. Could still go though, but I'm just following the... I don't like the fact that we're selling off on oil and then we're selling off here on the DXY. I don't like that. Doesn't mean it can't still go down though, but I think it could re-rate the current 8-hour high. Personally. Why do I feel like my entries become support and resistance? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question, bro. You have that some days, you know? That's just how trading is. Sadly. Yeah, look at this. I think we made the right call here, guys. You never know, though. Could still flip all the way around and go all the way down. But personally, I do believe we made the right call looking at the other assets here. It is what it is though. Maybe we still have something here on MNQ. We'll see. Do you trade a couple of micros and this is a personal account? No, these are 2 funded accounts. But yeah, I only trade a couple of micros. Wow. You can make some good money with micros though, right? I just, a lot of people, they trade minis. I just don't think that trading minis on a 50k account makes sense with the drawdown that you get. You only get 2,000 in drawdown. So for me, that doesn't make sense. Three break-evens on gold today. Not bad for a tilting personality. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to trading, bro. At least you didn't lose money, right? Like we lost, I think, 20 bucks here. We lost 30 bucks. And just trying to trade this, but it is what it is though. We should have made way more on this trade, to be honest, right? And this trade was like such an ideal position. Probably just shoot the size at least to like 70 bucks risk or something instead of 30. I lost 3 bucks on gold. Yeah, part of the game, bro. Yeah, I think we made the right decision getting out though. Yeah, look at that. So we would have been stopped out now, as you can see. So a W for management, guys, that's for sure. We managed to trade correctly. Nothing wrong with that. NQ looking interesting now. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Gonna see what happens here though. Got a new 20 minute and 5 minutes from now. We're selling off pretty drastically here on the VIX. So they might confirm the divergence. And we could look for long spec towards London Open or 6. If that is the case, that would be the last trade I would be looking for. Otherwise, I think the move that we initially wanted, yeah, it played out. We just couldn't get the, we just couldn't get involved in the entire move because I trailed it too early. Happens sometimes, you know. This would have been a really nice trade, though. This would have been a really nice trade. Why does the music stop playing the entire time? I don't understand it. Bowser Trades back on the channel. Hope you're doing good, Bowser. Welcome back, my friend. Selling off lower again. Yeah, rain day. Oh, nice, Bowser. Enjoy the time for trading. Enjoy the time for trading, bro. Yeah, we got bullish divergence with ES. Or it looks like bullish divergence, not really bullish divergence. We might be able to get a short here on NQ in 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm a bit in a mix, bro. It depends for me what happens here on the VIX. Otherwise, I would prefer longs. I understand it looks really bearish, but yeah, gotta see what happens. Waiting for this 20 minute to close. Seems like we're buying up again on the VIX as well. So if they want to keep buying up, then the shorts would definitely be valid here. We're in the bottom of the bottom though, right now. Yeah, we could have also just looked at the higher time frame with this setup. You see that, guys? This would have been actually way nicer to trade. Way more relaxing. Look at 1607. Oh, you talk about this right here, right? Yeah, it has some similarities for sure. Yeah. Definitely has some similarities. Alright, nice management here on gold, guys. W. Wasn't the play for the shorts, it seems. At least not at where we tried to get involved. So that's nice. Let's see, we have 40 seconds till the new 20. Yes, got a nice short just now. Nice. From Pomgrante. Congratulations. Nice. For the guys that haven't done already, make sure to smash up the likes. It would be highly, highly appreciated. Make sure to smash them up. Let's try to get to 100 likes. Let's see, guys. What's gonna happen here? Is that Faye or Lay? I think it's Lay. Welcome, Lay. Welcome to the live stream. I can't see it because your name is precisely in the structure of the letters. Hope you're doing alright. Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate the subscription. Appreciate it a lot. Alright, look at gold, guys. We made the right decision on gold for sure. Alright, we just opened the new 20-minute. Let's see what happens here now, guys. VIX is moving higher. You can see that the VIX is actually pushing drastically up right now. If they flip it back above 8 o'clock, this would definitely be extra short selling for MNQ. Question is, how do you get involved now, though? Let's see. We made a wrong direction decision on gold, but we had great management of the trade. Yeah, for sure. You know, that's the play. You know, that's how it works in the end. I mean, like, we tried to get involved from this fair value gap. It seemed okay in the beginning, right? The reaction. And then it didn't go, and we just cut it loose because we saw that the other assets were contradicting the idea. So yeah, I mean, can't be any better than that, right? Can't be any better than that. I think overall, looking back at it though, we should have done a better job on the Nasdaq, or at least I, with holding my break even a little bit longer. Overall, the target was London Open anyways, right? So I could look at it from this angle and say, oh, I could have made a 1 to 14. Probably wouldn't happen anyways. But back to London Open for sure would have happened, right? Just had to hold it a little bit longer. Well, had to just hold it a little bit longer. It is what it is though. Let's have a look what happens here now at this current location. Maybe go back in. Yeah, I don't feel like going back in from here though. There's no reason for me to get involved right now. If I would enter now, I have to put my stop here. Yeah, I don't like that personally. Feels like I'm chasing the move. The move that I wanted to get involved in was already above here. And then another move that I could get involved in or could have had was the 8 o'clock one. I just didn't get involved because the structure on the VIX wasn't showing it to me. Of course it's showing it to me now, but previously it wasn't. FBO is your best, yeah, Fibonacci, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So this is the current 20-minute open. Really nice music. This is your current 5. Where are we trading in relationship to the current trade? Yeah, it could be the case, bro. Personally, I wouldn't. I don't know. You can see here that we just put a top wick on the a new top wick on 8. You had two flat top right here, and I have 2 flat bottoms to the downside, meaning that there's a big chance we're gonna push higher from here. We still have that bearish divergence play at the moment. Here, you looking to short it, Maddie, in 3 minutes? Let's see what happens, bro. What ICT series are you a fan of? I'm not a fan of any of them. I watched the 2016 to 2017 program, or at least the mentorship. I didn't watch any other video. And we can see that we have a 1 minute fair value gap here. You also have an inversion gap now, right here. I'm not too eager to look for shorts at the moment here. Could just be a V-shaped recovery all the way back to London Open and 6. And you have inefficient 20 minute above. Got a new 30 coming in 2 minutes. Yeah, we were completely wrong on the bias on gold here, or at least, yeah, we weren't right. Oh, I saw ICT in the title. Is that just for the clicks? No, not necessarily, bro. I also trade ICT, right? I just didn't watch all of his videos. I don't think it's necessary. It was a nice choice. Yeah, for sure. It was a wise choice. Order flow, good or bad? I don't think anything is wrong with order flow. I think it's an enhancement of your edge, though. I don't think... it depends. If you use it just alone, and you have no idea of structural process and stuff like that, I don't think it's gonna benefit you. So I think it's good if you know how to use it with a playbook that you already have to confirm your trade ideologies, right? It could definitely be an enhancement on your edge if you stay out of the market, because the order flow is not telling you to get involved, right? So in that sense, it could definitely be a good thing. What's your opinion on tick charts? I've never used it. You're gonna call it for what it is, Camjam? All right, bro. Have a good one. Look at this. Glad I didn't take those shorts. I was right on the idea that they could come back up higher, but the question is, how do we get involved? That's the big question, right? All right, Camjam, sounds good, bro. See you tomorrow. Just looking at something here, guys. Oh, nice. Mushy Trades. Well done, bro. 2K times 3 accounts. Congratulations, bro. Nice play. Yeah, we had the negative, the bearish divergence for the VIX is definitely playing out at the moment. So you see that the VIX is not pushing higher. And this might be a V-shaped recovery back higher. So the only tough thing about V-shapes is how do you get involved without getting, you know, a tough location of entry. Or where do you put your stop? Seaman, no problem, bro. Hope to see you tomorrow again, man. I'll be here for a little bit longer, but I'll be going soon as well. I was out to walk the dog. How is it going now? Yeah, I was looking for the longs from down here, but I couldn't get any entry, and now it's pushing. Mostly has to do with the VIX. The VIX is selling off. We had a bearish divergence. But if we get a potential entry, I would still look for longs on NQ back towards LDO, London Open. Yeah, oh yeah, you're talking about gold. Yeah, give me a second here. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it on gold, bro. Both the correlating assets are looking for me that the gold wants to keep rising, so I'm not gonna do that personally. Yeah, this was a tough one to get involved in, that's for sure. I'm looking at it, I'm not trying to make sense out of it. How could I get involved here? And there's not really many reasons for me to get involved. You see London open at 2 or 3 AM? It's 3 AM, bro. So London Open is at 3 and 2 o'clock is the new 4-hour open. That's way higher though. It's like right up in here. Could still go there though, don't get me wrong. Could do anything. That's a crazy thing. It would be nice to see them go into 8:30 again and then flip and then look for the buys. I hope so. Yeah, I'm happy for you, Maddie. This would have been a bit of a tough one. There would be a lot of drawdown instantly. Get your 8 o'clock high right here. Trying to see if there's any way to get involved on this play. Right now it doesn't look like it, but you never know. Price seems to be bouncing around the weekly VWAP. Yeah, it's a flat fee. It's a flat one, so that's not ideal. Would have been nice if it was at the bottom. That would have even confirmed it even more. I don't like the 15-minute candle has no wick. Yeah, I see what you're saying here. It does have a small one, a really tiny one. But that's the main I was expecting this to go lower a bit before it would push higher, but we'll see. We'll see whether or not this is the case. We've got a new 5-minute that just opened up. This is the 8-hour high. 8 high. 8 high. If I would like to trade this 5-minute creation, I would have to re-seek the lows, close above it, and then I would look for the continuation play. It's a bit of a riskier setup, guys. Right? It's a 5-minute creation that you're trying to trade. But that would be a potential play back towards London Open. I'm not in yet or anything like it, guys, just so you know. Hey, we're selling it off pretty nasty here on gold. For if you took it, Daniel, congratulations, bro. I didn't take it because of the correlation assets. But if you took that, bro, you should be banking now. Well played. This fly, bro. Flying on my head and shit. That's crazy. Yeah, but look at the DXY and oil. Yeah, no, exactly. Now for me, I couldn't take that trade. I couldn't take it because of the correlating assets. Alright, so we just rated the current 5-minute low. It's not looking all too bright though, gotta be honest with you. Alright, never mind. This one doesn't want to do it. Let's look what happens if they come back to 8:30 here. We got a new 20-minute opening up in 2 minutes from now. I took a risky buy on NQ, small profits, but stressful. Yeah, I think waiting is the best thing, bro. Waiting for the best optional trade setup. The only reason I would look for buys here is if they rated it lower and then closed above it, and then retest would look for the buys. Now I'm not interested in it. I would now wait for the price to go a little bit lower. I'm gonna close the windows. I'm freezing, guys. Give me 1 second. It's actually cold now in the Netherlands. Alright. Back at it again. Alright, we're back up again. Interesting. You're freezing, yeah, bro. It's cold, man. It's cold. It's 20 degrees, man. It's not warm, bro. It's cold. Alright, let's see. Yeah, interesting closure. Yeah, I would say back into 8 o'clock could be the entry here. 8 o'clock open. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give it a try if they come back into 8 o'clock open, guys. My stop would be below the previous low. This will be my last trade for today, regardless of what happens. We just step back into the breaker as well. Right here. Let's see if they want to give it to us though. So my stop would be yeah, right here, below this previous low. So it's a small stop once again, and we would be trading it back towards LDO. So we'd be trading it back towards here. Let's see though. This is the current trade I'm looking for. Let's see if they want to provide it or not. If they break the 8-hour high, then my trade would be invalidated, because that would be the first initial target for me personally. So let's hope they do not do that. US renewed strikes on Iran. Oh, interesting. I don't see anything in the market as of yet. Or was this the new strikes on Iran? Is that the pump at 8:30? Could be. Not sure. New York Open is gonna be dicey. Yeah, I'm gonna not trade it. I won't be trading the New York Open. Let's see what happens here now. It's a bit more of a riskier setup, guys. Just be aware of that. If we lose this one, we're probably only losing whatever we made today, so it's not that big of a risk. A little bit more, 20 bucks more. Let's see if we want to support the 8 o'clock open for the flip continuation, play higher. Let's remove this for a second. Anywhere near these highs, we would go to break even. No, okay. Let's see if they want to continue pushing higher. Would be a nice entry if this is the case. Oh, never mind. Got a new 5-minute that just opened up. We're still selling off on the VIX. Not the most ideal 5-minute closure, gotta be honest with you. I'm in this risky trade with you, crossing our fingers. Yeah, let's hope it plays out. You never know. The VIX is selling off still, so that's good, but it doesn't look too bright. I don't think it's gonna play out. Let's see. We're buying up. No, never mind. All right. Yeah, that's it for me, guys. What a sell-off as well. Yeah, they come back to 8:30 here. Look at that. Maybe could have waited for that one. I'm gonna wait one more minute to see what happens at 8:30. Potentially that could have been the actual long we were looking for. But I might just call it for what it is. And we ended up taking one L, one trilled stop loss, and one win. It should have been way more. So yeah, we're just probably calling it on what is it, -20? Yeah. That would be quite upsetting. It is what it is, though. Can't make it any better than it is, guys. Can't win all days. Well, I'm down 2,500, so it is what it is. Oof. Yeah, that's not nice, bro. We also had one break even. Tried long on gold. Shit went down. Yeah, no, I see that. Yeah. Yeah, now they are rising though. The DXY and the oil is rising at the moment. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Gold rejected 2 o'clock open. No, I see what you're saying. 22 o'clock, you mean, right? Or you mean on top? No, I like it. Yeah, you're right. You're right, bro. You're completely right, man. Good call out, Max. Good call out, bro. Interesting. We're staying really low on the VIX, but we're selling off drastically here on MNQ without a top wick. Yeah. Never rated the hourly highs, so maybe it was the play for the shorts. I would have never have been the short here though. I would have never been able to catch it. Thomas, have you noticed that the trades we take before the New York Open is something we should not be doing? Yes and no. I do think this was a good potential continuation play. It was a bit higher up, but overall I did like this one, looking at the VIX as well. This was the best setup for the day, for sure. For the shorts. Coming back to it every single time. It's always easy to say if it plays out, of course. Like you guys know that, but yeah. It is what it is. Let's see. I was right on the 15-minute candle was just absorbed. Yeah, the no bottom wick. Yeah. Yeah. You could also say that this was the retest into 8 and then the short from here. No. Pre-New York has a lot of manipulation, but there's still a market move. Yeah, for sure. Took a short on and then sold it by accident. Still win. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Glad you made some money. Yeah, selling it off pretty drastically here on gold. Never really got myself the entry that I wanted though. Came back into here. Nah, I don't think I will do that, bro, Matty. To be honest. Alright, thank you, my friend. Aloha. See you tomorrow. I don't think I'll do that. If I'm looking back at the data, we had some good trades at 6 to 9. Just, I think mostly, yeah, it's just tough that this one, that I took it out too early, you know? So this is what it is. And I should have put a little bit more size on it. So I would have carried a bit more when we surpassed 2.3R or whatever. If you make 3R, it's a pretty good return on your investment. Great morning so far, 8K so far. However, I blow 3 accounts. It's part of the game, bro. That's part of the game. Depending on how you trade. If you trade bigger size, you have to expect that you're also gonna blow some accounts along the way, you know? It's not something you can avoid. I'm not trading big size, so I'm only down 28 bucks, right? If I would end the day 200 in green, with the size that I'm trading, I had a really profitable day, you know? Yeah, we bought it back all the way up here. You see that? Interesting, interesting. All right, I'm gonna call it for what it is, guys. So we had one break-even trade in the early morning Then we had another trade that was a win. Then we had a tilt stop loss and it was reduced on gold. And then we had one loss. And we ended up the day, yeah, just around, yeah, break even basically, you know. Nothing is risked at all. 30 bucks. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm just gonna call it for what it is. If I'm looking back at it now, this would have been the play for us. You know, there was no entry around here. Like, there was no way for us to get involved. Yeah, you could have taken it at 2, but where do you put your stop? So this was a good entry for at 6 for the 20-minute creation. Yeah, it should have just made more money out of this move, right? That's just the fact. Nothing else to say about it, you know? So that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna call it for what it is. Make sure to hit the notification bell if you enjoy the live streams, and if you don't enjoy it, then don't do it, of course. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys are here tomorrow, let me know who's still watching. Let me know who's still watching. Hope you guys are doing good though. See you, TJ. Thank you. I'm Eddie. All right, awesome. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe in the market. Yeah. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your day. If there's any setup, you know what I will do. I'll be looking for, you know, maybe a hour to the downside flip, whatever, and continuation play, right? All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. You guys know it. See you guys. Have a good one. Ciao.